Good.
Hi, we're Analog Dog.
We want you to listen to our very cool interview with Mr. Indie.
And our new album, Color TV, is coming out on January 13th.
Analog Dog is, we'd say, a product of San Francisco. First and foremost is our story that we all moved here for various reasons. And I first met Rob through the music studio that I was working at. And then we had a saxophone player, Jason, who we shared in our band, and we started hanging out all the time. We ran into each other.
Austin and I each had our own bands. We had moved here around the same time to the city and, to pursue music and art. And we had, we're working on our own projects. And then our circles kept kind of revolving around each other. And eventually our bands started playing together. And then one sort of fated weekend where we had a gig up in near Yosemite that got canceled after we'd already booked a trip. So we ended up just going anyway with the band, with both our two bands. And then we had kind of just set up in the house and had a psychedelic adventure and jammed together and birthed the new project from there.
We really believe in doing like multi-genre music where we love our disco sounds, we love our funk sounds, we love our indie rock sounds, we love our pop sounds, we love our jazz fusion. So we just don't ever shy away from doing whatever it is that we feel, regardless of how maybe commercially
inclusive is another way.
Inclusive, yeah. And psychedelic, we're really about consciousness, the expansion of consciousness. We really think that there's something deeper happening on Earth. We're all fairly spiritual people, and we have a sense of that there's like meaning and purpose in the music we make, and it's not just for the looks, but there's heart and soul and love. The word's probably love. The word's love. Yeah. So yeah, we work with I have one of my best friends. His name is Elijah Morgan, and he is an animator who's really talented, and a big part of our experience as a band is honoring San Francisco. San Francisco is a very complicated city with like a very rich history of music, but it's also really expensive to live here. So our art scenes are kind of like really struggling, and you can feel it. And so we're always trying to honor San Francisco and kind of like be a calling card about San Francisco to the world. To be like, there's still art here. We still love it here. We can still do so many things. So it's all San Francisco based, big, kind of iconic buildings that we take the pictures of. And we actually kind of, it's like a Japanese style that we kind of took from. You've probably seen that kind of thing. And so we kind of like borrowed a bit from that. So
yeah, so I mean, like obviously we've covered a fair amount of that, and it's very much tied into this, the ethos of the band, and like as we mentioned, kind of bouncing back and forth between crafting the live sets and the studio recordings. And I think one thing that we've meditated on a lot is basically having some balance of composition and improvisation, of like really getting some nice details and creating moments for the audience where you can only have with a band that dedicates time to like specific changes or group moments that you really need to spend time together. And you can't just kind of put musicians together and make those moments happen. You need to really plan them out ahead of time. Then also giving space for us to be in the moment with the audience and create something that's unique to that particular show.
He's talking about jamming.
Yeah, jamming, right? Jam. Live improvisation as well. So jamming, yes. But having a balance of those in the set. So we want to basically make it fun and unique for every person. Something that is like very, rehearsed and prepared, but also something that allows room for, spontaneity and something that we can be in the moment and we can have fun with each other, with the audience. Basically, we want people to have, a memorable experience.
I think we're gonna be coming to Mexico, honestly. We besides San Francisco Bay Area, our biggest fan base is in Mexico City. It's actually, so that's kind of, it's
based
not
on the numbers. So
we run really effective advertising.